Hey everybody, welcome to this video presentation. My name is Professor Arana Downs. Hey everybody, welcome to this video presentation. My name is Ruben Arana Downs and I am a designer by training, but I also teach public speaking. And one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about today is the production triangle. Now I think this applies to more than just people who are in design trades or design fields, but anybody who has to deal with managing time, managing money, managing labor. This can really be beneficial. So this is the way this triangle works. There's 3 points to this triangle, of course. Right? We're talking about a triangle. And here's our triangle. And the 3 points that I want to talk about are time, labor, that's a crazy thumb right there, let me adjust my thumb, and then also we want to talk about money. Okay, now when you receive an assignment, you're going to have to deal with how much money you have for that assignment, how much time you have to do that assignment, and what kind of labor you have, how much talent or labor you have in terms of getting that assignment done. Now, when all of those 3 points in the triangle are well balanced and organized, and you have enough of them, you have a very happy person. Okay, so as a designer, you tend to be a very happy person if you receive a design project and they've given you enough time to do it. They're paying you well, and they put enough money behind it so that the project can be done well. And of course, you've been given an expert team, and you already are a expert at it, or you're really good at what you do. And so the team that helps you out is also really good. So now everybody works together and we get a happy situation. But hey, I deal in theater a lot, so I know this does not happen all the time. So a lot of times we get a situation where we are unhappy. And what that usually means is that one of these areas is deficient. Okay, so perhaps we're not given enough time, so our triangle starts to look like this, or perhaps we're not given enough labor, or perhaps we're not people aren't going to throw more money at us. So what we just want to realize and understand here is that to create a stronger balance, you have to do some adjustment. And unfortunately, the adjustment tends not to be something that the producer or a director or somebody outside of you as the person that's doing the work is going to have a good understanding of. So you have to take the initiative to make sure you let other people know what you're going to need in order for this triangle to be balanced. So here you have a situation. I'm going to go through all deficiency in some of these situations. Here you have a situation where let's say you don't have enough time, okay, and you want to get to the point where you're happy and you've got a balanced triangle. If you don't have enough time, but you do have enough money, okay, you are going to need more labor. Okay, so if somebody's giving you a project and it takes a week to do it, but they've only given you 2 days, you're going to have to increase both money and labor. But if they've given you money, that means you're going to have to hire more people, so that and you spend your money on hiring more people. Okay, see how that works? Then now that you've increased your production, your labor, now you can balance out that triangle a little bit more, and you become a happy designer again. But let's say now you don't have that much that many experienced people working with you. So you're dealing with students or people who are volunteers and they're not necessarily experts at what they do. So now your labor is reduced. What do you do there? Well, if your labor is reduced, that's going to definitely mean you're going to need more time. You have to increase your time in order to balance this out so that your labor, okay, has enough time to finish that project. The beautiful part about that, though, is if you have volunteers or your labor is cheap, it's not going to cost you a lot of money. So if you don't have a lot of money, but you don't have experienced labor, expensive labor, then you're going to definitely need more time. All right, see how that works to balance this out so that you can be, again, a happy designer. Now, let's say you're deficient in the money. Okay, that's not a problem. I've done a lot of designs. I've seen a lot of designs that have been done on very small budgets, and you get a very wonderful end result after your project is completed. But let's say you don't have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, you're going to definitely want to increase your time to balance this out, and again, increase your labor. But if you let's say you don't have a lot of money and you are able to find some people who want to volunteer and are experts, you're golden. Okay, that's a beautiful situation to be in. A lot of times, unfortunately, what happens is that you don't have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of money, and it's just you as the person that's doing the work. So whenever that situation happens, you basically have to really determine whether or not it's going to be worth it for you on that project. A lot of times when you're just beginning, you tend to do the projects anyway because you want to gain the experience, but you have to be very careful not to get into that kind of triangle too often, because it will start to burn you out and you'll only hurt your end result. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope that was a blessing for you, and I want to thank you again for tuning in to this presentation. Take care and God bless.